Okay, maybe when conditions improve. I need to talk with November Whiskey Zero Whiskey. November Whiskey Zero Whiskey. This is Whiskey X-Ray 2 Lima.
Hey, how are you? From November Whiskey Zero Whiskey. It's so funny to hear my old call sign. It's the first time I've ever heard anybody else use one of my old calls. Over.
Yeah, exactly. And first of all, I have to tell you, we are so thrilled to learn that you're not a silent key. Because, you know, that's what we assumed. Why would anybody give up such a cool call sign? And for people who are reading the mail, I have to tell you that November W0W was formerly Whiskey X-Ray 2 Lima. And, yeah, it must be very bizarre to be hearing that from a YL, no less. But, wow. Well, tell me your name and your story and where you are, and how did I get to be so lucky that I got to adopt your call sign when I looked for a 2x1. I wanted to shorten my call a bit. NW0W, WX2L.
Okay, WX2L from November Whiskey Zero Whiskey. It's hard to keep from goofing up the call sign exchange. But, back in '95, I left New Jersey and moved up to New Hampshire and changed call signs when I got up there. I was N1RZ up there, and then changed a few more call signs, moved around a lot since then, and landed in Missouri a couple years ago and changed the call again. But at any rate, yeah, I have thought quite often that I should have kept that call because it's such a great call, especially on Morse code, one of my favorite modes. But at any rate, I don't want to rag too long. It's just the first time I've ever heard anybody else with one of my old calls, and I happened to see it spotted, and just had to try to get a hold of you. So I'll say 7-3s and best of luck from November Whiskey Zero Whiskey. Over.
Well, I'll tell you, a real pleasure to meet you, and, you know, I just appreciate the good fortune I had to be able to adopt yours, and especially because Alan and I wanted to have call signs that really sync together well, and WB2L wasn't available at the time, and he was WB4DYU for, 40-odd years, or 38 years, so when we decided to change our call signs, we wanted to keep his as, close as he could. Just very briefly, I want to tell Robert in Barbados, 8 Papa 6 Echo Foxtrot to stand by. We've got you, and I put you on the list. And I want to tell W5GGO, I appreciate Texas cows make better barbecue. You know what? They very well might, because I had great barbecue down in Texas for sure, and I loved it, and had 2 very distinctly different kinds of barbecue down in Texas. But, your first barbecue, kind of like your first love. That first barbecue was always, just stays with you. So there we go. And pigs in Texas are great too. That's true, for sure. And you know what? Now that I'm now here in Miami, I'm really getting to appreciate Cuban cooking and what they do with pigs. Oh my. I never ate stuff like that growing up, for sure. Yeah. Anyway, let me send it back to November Whiskey Zero Whiskey for one last go round, and then I will try and pick up Robert in Barbados. And W0W, WX2L.
Okay, well, have fun and enjoyed watching the video at the same time, and we'll say 73. Whiskey X-Ray 2 Lima from November Whiskey 2. November Whiskey Zero Whiskey. I knew I was going to mess that up. Good luck in 7-3.
And 7-3. Yeah, that Mobile, please stand by, and I'm going to pick up 8 Papa, let me see if I can read it, 8 Papa 6.